advertising
I think
department.
Derek makes a good point. I think you should always look at home for talent. Yeah, if you look in the past, I think there's too much good talent left our game too soon. At a stage, eventually they are going to move on to whether it's down to the English Premier League or the Italian League or the Spanish League or French League or whatever. But I do think there's players that are certainly good enough, Paul, to play with and talking from a Rangers point of view. Derek mentions a young guy that we spoke about on a number of occasions, Lennon Miller. I think he's ready. The boy's ready to go and play. There's no doubt about it. And if I'm Rangers, I'm all over the top of that.
Mark, I think we're all agreeing about that. The Lennon, what is it about here that often they go abroad rather than see people at home who've got the ability and are ready?
Well, it could well be that the recruitment department there's probably not a lot of Scottish people in it, so maybe they don't appreciate the talent that we've got, and therefore they're looking maybe towards their home countries. Like for example, Niels Coppin's Dutch, so they've signed proper. And that's just an example. The young fullback who come on as well, he's Dutch too, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe they need more time to believe in Scottish football. But that, as Barry says, and let's just even say in the past 3 years, there's probably a dozen examples of players that have left or gone down. So off the top of my head, Barry's nephew, obviously Lewis, Aaron Hickey, Celtic could have and should have signed Aaron Hickey, but kind of stalled over maybe an extra 300 or 400 grand. Who else we got? Josh Doig, really good left back, big powerful player, has left Hibs. So now you're into that stage where you're looking at Lennon Miller at Motherwell. He's going to go sooner rather than later. A lot of interest in him from abroad, a lot of interest in him from down south. David Watson, that's the young player of the year at Kilmarnock. Lot of interest in him. Scored another belting goal last week. He looks as if he's just on the cusp of getting ready to make that next move as well. So there's a lot of good talent in this country. Yep, David Watson is one that stands out as well. Everybody's talking about Lennon Miller, and rightly so. The young Motherwell player's a fantastic player, but David Watson. So there's players that are at other teams that are, in my opinion, good enough to go and play with either Rangers or Celtic. I think he looks as though he's starting to kickstart himself again. The good press a couple of years ago was young Mackenzie at Aberdeen, and now under Jimmy Tillene it looks as though he's coming back, and I think he's one to keep an eye on too.